Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Marco. I'm a former professional opera singer turned YouTuber, and I love discovering, listening to, and talking about video game music from an emotional perspective after spending a decade on the stage. Today we're listening to more Pokemon music. This is actually the second Pokemon video. No, this is the third Pokemon video I've done. If you want to check those out, maybe check them out after this video. We're going to start off with Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Team Aqua and Magma Leader Battle music. What? I like how nefarious it sounds. Like, these guys are gonna beat you up. They're also really excited about it. And I think that's where the trumpets come in. And obviously, like, the trumpets are kind of funny because they just kind of stack on each other and they just go higher and higher and higher. And can you take me higher? But trumpets, they just like it's very energetic and like kind of psychosis a bit. Oh, you want to try and fight me, huh? Like, I don't know, the energy of that is very crazy. It is not chill, and it's also like it's fun to listen to, but I would much rather listen to it in a contextual experience. But obviously, with the whole scope of this channel is to celebrate and talk about video game music, regardless of my opinions of whatever I'm listening to, and really like listen to it for the sake of listening to it. Obviously, this stuff works way better with the intensity of context, of course. But listening to it like this is just very fun because it's like a frenetic, crazy track. You know, do I like it? Not out of context, no. I think it's just very loud. But at the same time, like, I really do love those trumpets because they just like slowly, like it's interesting because trumpets and the way that they're doing it is that they're like guiding us with a melody, but they're also super rhythmic. Right. And rhythm and melody are like the building blocks of music in general. So it's kind of fun because you get da 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 sha 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 da 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 da. And it's like this constant buildup. It almost feels like one of those cartoons where the fire bursts out the top of the head, you know what I mean? Let's stay within the Pokemon Omega Sapphire area and go to Mount Pyre Peak. I don't think I've ever heard this before. Whoa, what? it's cool. That track has like 4 different songs in one, which I think actually works pretty well. I really like the guitar part. Now, if you don't know this about me, I love there's a soundtrack from Ace Combat 0 called Zero, which has flamenco guitar. So anytime I hear a guitar, like I also grew up with guitar in my life. My dad played guitar. There's an amazing like Spanish guitar. The Gypsy Kings, that's one angle, and then there's this other guy, Paco de Lucia, which I grew up listening to. So anytime I hear the guitar, sort of in the way that you all probably love this track because it reminds you of your childhood or something, or like last week, let's say. For me, whenever I hear guitar, especially this style, nostalgia just kicks in, and I always go back. So I have a big affinity in my heart for this type of guitar. I like that this piece has a lot of like dancing to it. Like, it's dangerous, but it's also like kind of like playful at the same time, a little mysterious, but it's not really like calm. It's not really peaceful. That's not like let's have a picnic. That's like we are climbing Mount Pyre because we have to go somewhere. There's an intention in that music. There's a drive, right? And then you turn the corner and you're like, oh. And then suddenly bam 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 right, so then you're in a fight. It's a cool little track, honestly. I really like that track. Actually, I like that track a lot. Let's keep it kind of modern-ish and go to Pokemon Sword and Shield. This is Gym Leader Piers. Sounds really uptight. Nope. Wow. Yeah, that's really neat. I mean, there's dire straits in that too. Like, I don't know how serious the fight with Pierce is, obviously, because like, is it just like a standard battle that you know, at a gym? Is it make or break? But like, you do get this make or break sound in there. Da da yada da da yada da 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 da. I actually love the EDM in there. It's interesting because it's got like metal EDM mix, almost like Skrillex, kind of like a little bit of trap. And I think that actually works extremely well at showcasing like kind of, well, first of all, I mean, I'm looking at Pierce. This guy has not slept in weeks. He's exhausted. I don't know what kind of Pokemon he handles, but Pierce is definitely not super happy. It looks like maybe psychic or something deranged. Definitely maybe sleepy Pokemon, maybe sleep Pokemon. I think it's really cool how we use the guitar and the EDM-y stuff to highlight the pressure of the scenario and the stress. And I think that's the part that I like the most. This does something similar to the previous track, the Omega battle theme. It's constantly going up as well. And I think that's like a very common trope to sort of showcase tension by So it's all just building up because that's where the tension is. The tension lies in all that. So I found that to be like really nice. And overall, like, again, am I going to play this in the car? No, unless I want to drive off the side of the road. But would I listen to this like in a context situation and really enjoy it? 1,000,000%. I think it's a really neat track. I'm hoping that maybe there'll be something slower in something like Sky Tower, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Now that's a mouthful. This is the one that's on the Switch, right? Oh, also side note, I really hope that they bring a Switch 2 upgrade to Pokemon Sword and Shield. I would really like to play these actually. I have been by slowly, I mean, I haven't played it in a month, but I really want to. I have been playing Pokemon Scarlet. Really, really happy with the improvements. Now, does it look like, no. It doesn't look great, but it's definitely such a smooth experience now that it makes it really fun to just be able to play it. So I'm committed. I'm playing with the fire one, whatever that is. Anyway, Sky Tower, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Yeah, that's my speed. Wow, nice chorus. What? Oh my god, it's so thoughtful. Hey, that's great. Wow, wait, I'm going to pause really quick and just say how much I love this. This is so nice. It has a really nice tempo, really nice upbeat to it. It's got a mixture of that 8-bit, 16-bit kind of sound that we would hear on the GB, on the Game Boy, kind of going back all the way to my days with Red and Blue, which I did play quite a bit of back in the day. I don't know much about Mystery Dungeon, but it seems like it's very soulful. I really like the soulful energy on this. Also, the other thing of note is that I'm such a melody fiend. This is so melody forward, whereas I feel like the battle themes are obviously much more rhythmic. That's their purpose, of course. But this one just feels like, again, I think melody is really fun because the thought that comes to mind is wearing your heart on your sleeve. Melody does such a great job for us as listeners and players to connect with the context of the game experience so much more. And this is just really lovely. It's just really lovely. The energy of it is really, really gentle, but also it feels like it's a place of wonder and a sky tower. What does that mean? Well, if we connect it with the music, to me, it feels like it's a piece of music about going to the very top of a peak, and you climb to the very top of the tower and you look out and you can see everything out in the distance. And you can't help yourself. Like, there's this sense of like wonder in it. There's like tools and equipment and all this other stuff. And it's very magical in a way. Like, it feels like a place where your dreams could come true or something. It's like really nice. I want to listen to one more loop of it. Oh, the bells of the Sky Tower. I love this too. The little like plucked strings. Bum, 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 yeah, bum, 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 bum. Again, it's like such an energy, but not frenetic, which I really like. It's more for my like 37-year-old body. Yeah. And then here you get this really nice bop, yop, yop, and then you get the really nice bass line moving down. What a nice piece. I think that's my favorite I've listened to today. And honestly, the Mystery Dungeon stuff has always been really good. Dialga's Fight to the Finish, glorious track. There's another one I've listened to. There's actually a couple I've listened to from this that are really lovely. Let's move over. We got a lot of battle themes today. I'd asked my chat on YouTube and Twitch to, and I stream every day, by the way. What a terrible way to promote my streams. Pokemon Black and White 2 Champion Iris battle theme. My chat clearly is in the mood for battle music while I'm looking for something to ease my woes. I don't think I'm getting that today. Let's check this out. Oh, this is nice. What? Oh my god. And I'll miss you, ta-da-da-da-da-da, and I'll love you, ta-da-da-da-da-da, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Would you think time would pass me by? Oh, you know I walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. That's so fascinating. So it's interesting, like halfway through, I'm like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this song. And it's got this, I'm sorry for ruining it, by the way. I no take backsies, but I am sorry. I really like how bright it is. I really like how peppy it is. It's almost like to me, it feels like a very young, like a teenager, right? Like Iris is like, ooh, you want to take me on? Yeah, I don't know why she sounds like that. Hopefully she doesn't sound like that. The energy of her is very light, but the danger still kind of lurks under the surface. So you don't want to be like too like relaxed because you're like, oh, this is like a 16-year-old. But then you're also like, but she's got that Pokemon or whatever. So there's this duality in it. And also there's some part that's like out of tune with the sort of like hitting of the, almost like we're hitting like glass, that sound. And I wonder if it's not related to the Pokemon that Iris has or something, but I like it, but I'm not crazy about it. It's just very interesting how it's got danger coded into this like kind of joyful, boundless energy sound. It's really interesting. It's a cool little track, and it continues to remind me that Black and White and Black and White 2 are like, you know, when I think about the games that I would want to play if I were going to sit down and play Pokemon, Black and White and Black and White 2 are definitely the ones that are at the top of the list. The quality is just really interesting, and I like the nuance in there too. This is fun. Let's go to Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Goldenrod City. What an absolute banger. Oh! That's so beautiful. It's so sharp. The sound font is so harsh on the ears, not in a negative way, but it's just like really, really, really like hits them with these headphones in particular. It's kind of like, oh my, it's like scratching the inside of my skull. But that being said, that piece of music is so warm. I'm looking at a picture right now. What I feel with this is just the sense of like, not home, but I feel the sense of like a warm embrace. And maybe it is home, but there's this sense of like respite in that sound, but it's also very active at the same time. Like it's so singing. It's very sing-songy, which I think really helps it. I also think it's just a very lovely, pleasant piece of like, I don't know, discovery. It just feels really nice. It's the biggest city in the region. Okay, so you hear the bustling parts of it with the cascading of the in the left hand. Or in the right hand. Obviously there's commotion, it's busy, but at the same time, like it's really like it's yours. It reminds me a lot of the streets of Philadelphia, actually, because in New York City, it's a really big city, and you don't often feel like it belongs to you. When you're in Philadelphia, the streets are really small, especially in Center City. And so when you're walking down the street, it really feels like the streets belong to you. It's that same feeling. It's warm. It's got this really nice sense of like space to it, like space for you to belong in, which is really, 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 really nice. So it's cozy but busy at the same time, which is actually honestly like a great feeling because it's not too slow, it's not too fast. That may be one of my favorite pieces of this listen through. It's really nice. Let's check out this piece from Crystal Gold. Oh my God, what is with me in these colors today? This is Champion and Red Battle music. Whoa. Oh wait, is this? I just got rickrolled by this. This is awesome. So this deviates from the so this is cool. Not only is it a twist on something that we already know, but I love the tension in like that's like, oh man, get the like there's an energy in that that's really, really satisfying. Wow. Oh no! Dude, that's awesome. I've just been informed that this is actually when you face off against the person that you played in red and blue, or red. That's crazy. That's so cool, which is why we get the homage to the leitmotif. Not only that, but it's actually kind of like scary. It's like, oh my God, who is this witch? Oh my God, that's so neat. Wait, I want to keep listening. Oh no! Like, I love the tension in that. Like, that's such like a classic, like, oh no, this is real danger. The cascading down from the upper register. It's so like, oh no, watch out. That's so awesome. I can't believe they did that. I have no idea. I had no idea that this was a thing in Pokemon. That's so neat because it really showcases like how good we got as trainers back in red and blue, right? But also like how dangerous we also are and how skilled we are. Imagine you're a kid and you're playing the next iteration of Pokemon and then suddenly you're fighting the character you played as. That's so cool. I regret that I only played red and blue, and I never dove into gold and silver / crystal and experienced something like that in content. Because I bet you, as a kid, I would have absolutely gone mental. That would have been super cool. I want to go back even further, and I want to go back to our beloved Pallet Town. It's been literally, 20 some odd years plus since I've heard this. Let's check it out. It's an amazing thing, nostalgia, isn't it? I mean, that took me back to waiting for the ice cream man with the ice cream truck playing this in the background. No, this took me back to a real special time of just being really, really at peace. You know, there's something about the upper register. We're talking like simplistic melody. And it's not simple in the way that it's produced, but what it does is it really leaves us with the sense of like, man, that's like, what a nice feeling, you know, of being home. And actually, it's kind of Baroque, isn't it? I mean, the style of it, while I'm singing it out loud, feels very, very classically based. But it does have this warmth in it. It does have this like sort of peace, like everything's going to be okay. You're safe. You're calm, you're tranquil, you're safe, you know, you're safe with me. Like that's the feeling that I think pervades that. I really would love to do actually a ranking of all of the starting town themes. I think that'd be really fun to see where I sort of rank them without, you know, having a modern sensibility of what Pokemon even is now. But red and blue is definitely up there for me, not only because of nostalgia, but I also just think that it really represents peace. Let's listen to Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is also Black and White and Black and White 2, and Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is definitely one that I would love to play at some point. Let's listen to the Elite Four battle music here. Whoa. It's synced up. Whoa. Whoa! What are ya? I like how otherworldly it feels. I wonder why that is. The Elite Four feel very different than what I expected. Like, I expected them to be dangerous. I expected them to be challenging. But what I didn't expect was them to be like otherworldly or from a different dimension, or to have the sound of like there's an oppression, especially where this sort of long short pattern in it a little bit that is very haunting and very like, oh my gosh, like these people are like deadly. And it's not like a casual hangout. It's very, very, very like serious, and they don't feel like they're friendly either. They don't feel like they're friends, and I really appreciate too how we get that's all like that tension stuff, you know what I mean? Like that's just classic tension music. There's not much to say about that. It's not what I expected, and it's also not very heroic. It feels very like us against the world kind of, but without any of the like hope that you would typically get something like a final boss with Elite Four. It feels very much like you are weak. And the fight is actually like super serious. I mean, gosh, there's so much more Pokemon music to dive into. If you want to do more, definitely let me know what songs I should listen to next in the comments below. Of course, there have been 2 other videos, so we're still, I think, a long way before listening to the entirety of the Pokemon Pokedex. But definitely feel free to support the channel if you want to at patreon.com/MarcoMeatball. Anything helps. Feel free to like, subscribe, and as always, thanks a ton, and I'll see you later.